Nothing much to do, so might as well just sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Don't know where we're going to go tonight with the show. We'll cover two topics I see on the internet. That's about it. So relax. Beer, light up the movie. And there we are. Now here we are. Oh, it's Saturday night, man, up here at the cabin. The weather's changing again. We're getting supposedly anywhere from 1 to 12 inches of snow. I can't tell for sure. Two different forecasts. One forecast is saying 1 to 2 inches. Another one, the Weather Channel, showing me a big heat map of Alaska in my specific area, and with the colors on it, it goes from like 1 to 5 inches, like 5 to 8 inches, and then the next one is 8 to 12, then 12 to 24, and the different colors. Well, we're purple, and purple on the chart there says 8 to 10 inches. So I'm just hoping that the forecast I heard on the radio today was more accurate than the one I got off the internet from the Weather Channel. So I'd much rather deal with one inch of snow than I would 12. It's a lot easier to deal with. So anyway, good Saturday evening. I've been skimming through one of my favorite web thingies, Drudge Report, and let's see if we can get over here. Oh, we are on him. Okay, and let's take a look and see what's going on with Drudge. See what people are talking about in the news, and I'll give you my interpretation of it. Amazon pays no federal tax whatsoever. This is, I think, the second year in a row they haven't paid any tax. How do they do that? Well, one of the things that they do is they have a contract with the U.S. Postal Service to deliver their parcels outside of areas that they have regular delivery, and with like UPS and stuff like that. So they get a special rate that no one else does. It's a subsidy from the federal government. They get a big, huge subsidy to get their product from their warehouse out to the end consumer. And not only that, they get tax breaks. And I'm saying there's nothing wrong with tax breaks, but I don't like the subsidy the U.S. Post Office has to suffer for them, because hell, I was in the shipping business at one time myself, doing air freight and end delivery up here in Alaska, and I know there's it costs a lot of money to get them goods from the city out way into the rural areas, and a lot of times UPS and then aren't going to do the same job that the Postal Service is going to do. So the Postal Service winds up doing their deliveries, and they pocket the savings. They don't pass it on to the consumer. They don't pass it back to anybody. It's a racket, But I thought it was really funny that but they are a big employer. Okay, they are billion dollar, I don't know if he's worth $1 trillion yet or not, but that company is in the hundreds of billions of dollars of revenue worth, and they've got plants all over the country. These are the same guys that were gonna go ahead and start trying to make in-city deliveries with drones, with that technology. So these are big players, and I was amazed when I seen that the AOC, that Congresswoman from was it Long Island, the communist, was instrumental in getting Amazon to renege on their deal to build another headquarters in Long Island. I thought that was 20. I think they were offering 25,000 new jobs, and jobs that were starting at 150 grand a piece. And they just didn't want them in their neighborhood, I guess. To me, that didn't make any financial sense whatsoever, but that's communism for you. It never did. Oh, here we go. Maxine Waters. Oh, people. Check this out. From Breitbart. Friday on MSNBC. What's that stand for? Mainly shit and bullcrap, no, and bullcrap or something. I don't know. Maxine Waters wants us all to protest. Oh, yeah, right, Maxine. And you can go there and read it yourself. But basically, she's calling for sedition and not revolution, but she's calling for the overthrow of our government, and she's getting away with it. It's just people you got to wake up. These people like this are going to wind up kicking us into a civil war that we're never going to recover from. And there's going to be lots and lots of dead people. Oh my God, it's sickening. Okay, so let's go back to Dredge and see if there's anything else that's interesting. Oh, guys, I heard a little bit about this story here with a fake racial attack or something. I don't follow it. I don't really follow that goofy shit. President's Day. Oh, so they're going to do it on President's Day, let's say. Let's see if this will open up. Protests planned across the USA. Yeah, sure it is. All the little snowflakes are going to get out there and fuck around. Eventually, they're more illegal immigration. I mean, gee, it's just, I know they want the cheap labor. I know that some of these leftards want to feel that they're the most compassionate people on the planet and stuff. I'm just glad that I don't have to put up with it, because I did my illegal immigrant stuff already. Being in the software industry and seeing H-1B immigrants, so the legal slaves come in, undercut American laborers, American programmers, and people in the IT industry, and be replaced. You're making a living, you're paying your mortgage, you got kids, you got an old lady, you got a lower to middle class lifestyle, maybe even a little better than that. Maybe you're making, in the software industry, I've seen it go like from 60 grand to 120 grand, in that range. You live in, not the American dream, but you're surviving and you're prospering. You may be even putting some capital in the bank. You know, and to go from that and then have your employer bring in H-1B visa holders that will work for 1/3 of what you have, and then make you train your replacement before they get rid of you. You know, how many times has that been happened in recent memory? You know, starting with these immigration H-1B guys. You know, you can't compete on a global market. You can't compete globally for talent. You know, Americans can't. You know, when we have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars of taxes every year, when what we, you know, our standard of living keeps going down and down. Why are you bringing in cheaper labor from overseas? It just doesn't make any sense. You know, and the illegals that are coming in, my heart bleeds for a lot of them. You know, you don't. Why aren't you doing something in your own fucking country? Are you a bunch of cowards? What? You coming up here? You come up to North America. You make take your kid on a 1,000-mile journey. You know, you might get raped, you might get killed. You know, all kinds of disease exposed to, all kinds of shit. You know, risk death for what? So you can take over a below minimum wage job from an American and live at the same level you lived at in Honduras. Probably worse, because in Honduras, I'm sure a house, you know, is not going to be the same price as up here in America. You know, you got, and food is not going to cost the same. None of your expenses are going to be the same. You know, now instead of living in a tropical paradise, now you're going to be living in the fucking ghettos. You know, you're stupid. It's just insane. That's enough of that stuff, I guess. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. Nope. The wrong display here. Okay, let's go back over here. Let's go back and see old Drudge again. Bob. Let's see what else. Self-hate claim. Empire State. Oh, that's that. That's what we were looking at earlier. I'm thinking he staged an attack against himself so he could garner publicity or sympathy or something. Just insane. No relief in sight for taxpayers. Denied deductions for state and local. You know what you guys got to do? Instead of expecting the rest of the fucking country to support your ass, go down to your local borough, your local county government, your local state government, and make them fucking give you some of your money back. They're the ones that are robbing you. Why should I, as a taxpayer, federal taxpayer, bail your ass out down there? Because you're too soft of an individual to stand up and tell the people that you vote for that you're fucking sick of paying taxes. You know, if you can't do it on your own, why do you expect us to do it? You shouldn't get those extra deductions. No, you shouldn't get them. You should stand up and make your local government work with less money. Let them fucking find a way to cut. You can't tell me they can't find a way to cut your taxes maybe 5%. That in their whole organization, everywhere that they're spending money and shit, they can't find a measly 5% reduction. Well, how about a 1% reduction? They can't even find a 1%. There's not 1% of wasted abuse and money walking out the door in somebody's pocket in your jurisdiction. in your local county, in your local town? Come on now. Think you can actually look in the mirror and believe that. Man, that's just insane to me. You know, people shouldn't be relying on others to carry their load. At least attempt to carry your load. Jesus. You know, that gets into that Green New Deal crap that they're floating. The stupid shit that they're coming up with there. The people are going to sit back and let that happen. Urinary Professional Disease Defense Alert. Now, I wish we'd start getting off this rock, getting into space more and more. That's where our future lies. It doesn't lie here on this planet. No. Let's see. How long have we been doing this? Oh, almost 20 minutes. That's more than enough to make people sick. So let's wrap this up for the night. Let me go over here and get the right camera selected. And bammo. And I'll say good evening to you. And we'll cut out of here. I will hope and pray that you all have a safe, happy weekend. And President's Day is Monday. That's a holiday. You all get to sleep in if you're lucky. If you're a worker, you'll be up and hitting the highway just like your normal commute is. So either way, enjoy the weekend, and God bless y'all. And we out of here.